So yesterday you had so many people, most unexpectedly. And I was discussing as to how will you have your fallen program. How will you do that? Because every house at the most 30, even if you have 10 houses, you will only 300. So these 10 houses, which are the 10 houses? Raise your hands, I would like to see. All right. Please put up. Now, near your house, is there any hall? Your houses. It's better that you book a hall. All right? Later you can also charge the people for the hall. Doesn't matter, they can pay. All of you should book a hall close by. All right? So that when people come in, you can make them sit there. Because I don't think you can manage with 30 people coming in your house and the rest will be standing outside. So the best thing would be to find out some hall which is close to your place. That will solve your problem. All right? Already we are so many. So today I am going to tell you what we have to do in dealing with these people is very important. First of all, you must know that they have come for the first time for Sahaja Yoga. And Sahaja Yoga is the power of love and compassion, not of fighting or arguing. Supposing somebody is arguing too much, then what should you do? You should just give up. They cannot understand Sahaja Yoga with argument because it is beyond the mind. If somebody argues too much or speaks too much, just keep quiet with it. You cannot explain to a person like that, you will just have a hagya and all that from that. Now somebody who has been, say, to some guru or somebody, you should not, you all understand English now? It's all right now. You should not say that your guru was bad or anything. You can say that I was also like you, but it will be all right. Something like that. That doesn't hurt them. Then gradually they will realize their guru was wrong. Now with some people, I've seen TM people are dangerous. They come to Sahaja Yoga, but they seldom settle down. We had about 200 people from TM, out of which I think we have only 5-6 who have settled down. They are all the time troublesome people. Some people are from this Satya Sai Baba. They have mostly heart trouble or eyes. Their eyes are affected. That's how you should make out people. Their eyes are affected. We have, say, somebody from this Radha Swami. They have heart trouble. So immediately you will know also. Their left Swadhisthana will be catching and their heart will be catching. So with these people you should not argue or anything, just tell them, have you got these problems? Then you will find people I don't know which other guru has come here. Can you tell me? My goodness. He is he now settled down with big money in America and he is married already. But his disciples are absolutely useless. I mean, they don't try them because they are meaningless, absolutely. Which else? Huh? What?
Raja Yoga.
Huh?
Raja Yoga.
Raj. See, this Raj Yoga is a misnomer. What is Raj Yoga is like this. That when the Kundalini rises. Then what happens that the centers open to begin with, and then they close to keep the Kundalini up there. So it's called as Bandh, alright? When it comes to Vishuddhi also, what happens first? The Kundalini rises, then the tongue is little bit pulled inside. You don't feel, Sahaja don't feel. Inside. And this is called as Khechari Mudra. Khechari means, Khech means it is pulled inside. Khechari Mudra. You see, these things happens automatically. Like if there is a car. Now if you switch on the car, it starts moving, its wheels, it's everything naturally. There's nothing unnatural. You see? So, what these people do, they cut the tongue here, push it back, saying this is Khechari. Now that has stopped. Because there was one organization called Self-Realization, they used to do that. Then some people are doing Bandh. But artificially, for the Kundalini should rise, for which are you doing the Bandh? So these Raja Yogis are doing artificial things. By supposing you start moving the wheel, will the car move? Or you start moving the, what you call, one of the tires or something. It will all be spoiled. It has to be, first of all, the connection. Like the connection of the telephone. If there is no connection and you go on moving it, then what? The telephone will be spoiled. All these prayers and all these things are like this. In the same way, mantras. They give you some mantras somewhere. You see all kinds of stupid mantras. If your Kundalini has not moved out, if you are not connected, whatever you say mantra is useless, isn't it? There is no connection. But the mantras should be very scientifically said wherever necessary. For example, supposing it is stopped here. If you say the mantra of the Nabi, you are doing wrong. That is how their life is ruined, because they have spoiled their chakras. By saying wrong mantra, they have spoiled their chakras, their brains are useless. I mean, they cannot become good surgeons. So what you have to tell them, if they have got this problem, put your left hand towards the photograph with the light, put right hand here, and they have to say, Mother, I am my own master. 10 times. If they go on repeating, the master will run away, the false one who is there. So this is the problem with the left-sided people. Now left-sided people suddenly become also prone to cancer and all these psychosomatic diseases. So they should take all the time 3 candle treatment. But it should not be taken as a ritual. It should be taken as a bhakti, as a devotion. Otherwise, if just a ritual, it doesn't work out. It's a bhakti, it is devotion. You have to feel that devotion within your heart. And then you should do it. Yesterday I felt very much the devotion of the people who were there. I felt very happy, I was very clear, I was very happy. Because the people who had come were mostly very clean people. They have not been to any guru or anything nonsensical. Very nice people. Now even if you have been to some guru, it can be cleared out. But you must know that this guru has ruined your, we should say, your capability to become a real surgeon. To become a real surgeon, you have to have a very clean mind and a very clean central path. Now one should not say also harsh things, you are a bhoot, there is a bhoot in you, you are possessed, never talk like that. Surgeons must be extremely, extremely compassionate and kind. And don't argue, don't fight, nothing. Every Sahaja must support another Sahaja. You see, it's not that when there is some somebody is talking, another Sahaja should not go and support the person who is arguing. You must always support each other, because we are one, we are collective. See the point? So this once is a test also of our Sahaja Yoga, how we deal with other Sahaja Yogas. You have to respect them, you have to show compassion, you have to understand them, you have to have patience. If they have any questions, you should write it down and we'll like to Mother, in case it is difficult. If it is easy, you should explain to them. But argument should be avoided because you will catch from them. All Buddhist people argue, they'll start saying this is not good, that is not good, finding faults here and there. If you find anybody like that, you ask him to get out of Sahaja Yoga. We don't want to hear. They're very troublesome people. So we don't want. We want people who understand Sahaja Yoga and Sahaja Yogas. They always find faults with other Sahaja Yogas. They'll find faults with Sahaja Yoga. All such people, you should say you go to some journalist and join journalism. They are absolutely useless and troublesome. All right. Now, second point is very important, is that they have to recognize me as one of the main conditions of Sahaja Yoga. So far, they have not recognized any one of the incarnations, so far. And all incarnations tried their level best, but nobody recognized them. But for Sahaja Yoga, this modern Sahaja Yoga, you have to recognize me. It's a fact I am telling you, very humbly. There's nothing. I don't want anything from you, nothing. I don't want anything. What is it? What are you surrendering? Is your ego. That's what Muhammad Sahib said. Islam means surrender. So surrender your ego. I am trying to tell you that when you surrender your ego, you will open out completely. Unless and until you can easily be absolutely dissolved into the ocean of joy, you are not a Sahaja Yogi. If you are still dissatisfied, if you still think, no, this Sahaja Yoga could be better, this thing, that thing, is nothing. You have to be better. And as yesterday we saw so many people coming down, we have to understand our responsibility. See, if I could do the work myself, I would not have come all the way to Malaysia and Australia. But I need you as channels for this energy. This energy has to flow through your channels. If the channels are defective, how can you flow the energy? So instead of correcting others, instead of finding faults with others, you better look after yourselves. Your leader is quite capable. He can look after the people. He knows what's wrong with God. The third thing is very important, that we respect all the religions. Not only that, we worship all the great incarnations and all the seers, prophets with the same reverence. There is no difference. For us, every religion is great. But there are defects in every religion, which we start seeing easily once we get out of this outside religion. Then we see what's wrong with this. And then we start understanding, and then we start correcting it. Not only that, but also when we see our own community, immediately you will find, for example, I was saying that Malaysians have too many cars, and every car has one passenger. So all the Malaysians laughed because they don't mind, that's a fact. So they do not identify themselves. They do not identify with their children or with their husbands or wives or anyone. They identify themselves with me, with Sahaja Yoga. So what is wrong in your community, you should see. If you cannot see it, then you are not a Sahaja Yoga. Because you are outside that community now. You are a Sahaja Yoga. You see what's gone wrong with your community, where they went wrong, what wrong they did. And that's how you can really show them by your own behavior. In your life, how you behave, how you talk, how you love others, how you respect others is very important. Your image is the one that is going to carry Sahaja Yoga very far. Just one article has brought so many people. You will be surprised that, of course, forget about Australia, because Australia, I have been going for years together and there's too much of Australia. But otherwise, Japan or say other places I go to here, in Hong Kong, or tomorrow I'll be going to Thailand, I'm sure we can never get so many people as we got here. We can say because there are so many Chinese and Indians who are culturally about the same people. It's very difficult to teach anything to these Western people. I used to break my hands, actually, because they are so conditioned, they have no tradition, nothing. But now they are changed so much changed. They are such wonderful people, I'm going tomorrow to Thailand. 12 people from France are coming to help them. Can you imagine? All the way they are coming to help people in Thailand. They have no relationship with Thailand already. So that shows that we have to help each other. If you need any help, I told him that if you need help on money or any way, all the Sahaja Yogis will help. But have a proper things to do. And one can work it out. He said we are self-sufficient. Now you'll be much more than self-sufficient. And if you tell them that we have to pay for this all right, give $1 each, they'll definitely give. We are not paying for self-realization, for anything, we are paying for this all. Clear cut. One should be honest and clear cut. And say we are doing this for that. Because we don't have any guru business here. See? They are all commercial people. What we need is a hall to meet every weekend. That you find out near your houses. Alright? Now, another thing is that I was saying that every month end or maybe 2 months end should go out somewhere for picnic or something where you all should meet. That's how it has spread in Australia. If it is possible, or you can meet in one big hall, but it's better to have a picnic-like thing with all the children there, food there, enjoying yourself for the whole day. You have such beautiful forest, such beautiful greenery here. You can go anywhere you feel like. And the company you will enjoy is only of Sahaja Yogis, nothing else you will enjoy. If you become the real Sahaja Yogi. Talk about this to your friends, tell them about this, and try to get more and more people into Sahaja Yoga. I think I was really so impressed yesterday. It's all due to your own great help, I should say, the way you have worked and brought it to that level. It is unexpected, absolutely unexpected, and it has really given me the greatest pleasure. Now, if you have any question, you ask me.
Is there any swine flu in Malaysia? Any swine flu in Malaysia?
I don't know, I haven't seen any. Must be, they are everywhere.